From the earliest information we've received regarding Kylo Ren, going all the way back to The Force Awakens and its supporting guides and visual dictionaries, we've known that Kylo has wanted nothing more than to follow in the footsteps of his grandfather, Darth Vader, using the dark side to forge a similar path and destiny. In yesterday's issue of the Kylo Ren-focused Age of Resistance comic series, we saw this attempt by Kylo truly manifest, as he attempted to follow the path that Vader traveled decades earlier in pacifying a planet within wild space. And in some ways, while Vader's wars succeeded in the name of the Empire, Kylo was able to surpass the efforts of Vader to the benefit of the First Order. Opening up on a First Order shuttle approaching a planet in wild space, we see a veteran of the Imperial Stormtrooper Corps, now loyal to the First Order, preparing his old armor for a mission he was about to embark on with Kylo Ren, with his armor standing in stark contrast to the new armor of the First Order Stormtrooper. After being informed that they arrived to the planet, Captain Rutherford joined Kylo Ren planetside. We immediately learn that Kylo is set to lead negotiations with those living on the planet, with preparations made for both success and failure. Interestingly, the captain was the only soldier still alive from the last battle there, and thus had been chosen to help advise Kylo. In a great shot, we see Kylo and the captain about to follow in the footsteps where Vader once brought Imperial military might to bear upon the Benathi of the planet, who as described by Captain Rutherford were proud, stubborn, and valued size and strength above all else. Although Kylo was initially certain he would therefore be a worthy ambassador to conduct the negotiations, he quickly found the Benathi were much larger than he realized. And yet, Kylo didn't back down. When the Benathi king, King Kristoff, offered Kylo a seat, he refused, not playing into the games of the king to have Kylo appear childlike in such a massive seat. Instead, Kylo got to the point, telling the king he needed to cease his expansion into the surrounding planets. Getting right in Kylo's face, the king remembered when Vader had come to the planet decades earlier to make similar demands, someone who Kristoff was far more impressed by, considering Vader killed their last king. However, as Kristoff noted, even Vader was no match for the god of the Benathi. At that point, Kylo attempted to use the Force to manipulate the king's mind and agree to the terms of stopping all expansion and submitting to the might of the First Order. But King Kristoff merely shrugged it off, and after insulting Kylo, and really underestimating him after Captain Rutherford warned him to stop, Kylo ignited his lightsaber and plunged it into the skull of the Benathi king, killing him instantly. After Kylo then quickly dispatched the king's guard, who jumped into action after the death of their king, he and Captain Rutherford exited the negotiation tent to prepare for the coming, now unavoidable battle. Although the captain advised that the First Order should retreat, Kylo wanted to hear none of it, knowing that Vader didn't retreat in a similar position. And despite what the captain thought, for Kylo, it was a competition with Vader's legacy. With that, similar to the actions of Vader and the Empire decades earlier, Kylo and the First Order launched their attack against the Benathi. As Kylo cut through the enemy, the battle raged until the emergence of the Benathi god, which was revealed to be a massive Zillo Beast akin to the one seen within the Clone Wars TV series. As the Zillo Beast was decimating the First Order forces, Kylo went for a First Order shuttle, despite the fact the captain was adamant Kylo couldn't prove anything to a dead man, of course alluding to Vader. The captain couldn't see from Kylo's perspective and saw the boy as only wasting his life. But as the stormtrooper lamented the fact there was no glory in taking on a god, Kylo flew the shuttle towards the Zillo Beast, descended down the ramp, and with his lightsaber ignited, plunged downward towards the planet's god. While the First Order was certain they just watched Kylo be killed, they were shocked to find the Zillo Beast plummet down towards the surface of the planet, and after landing violently, Kylo and his lightsaber emerged very much alive. As Kylo stood atop of the deceased Zillo Beast, he announced to the Benathi that their god was dead, and thus, they were to only worship the First Order from that point on, with the warriors agreeing, bowing down before Kylo Ren. With that, Captain Rutherford noted that despite everything he had just said before about there being no competition between Kylo and Vader, in slaying the Zillo Beast, Kylo had won, earning him a small victory and sense of accomplishment in living up to the legacy of his legendary grandfather. So there we have it, Kylo Ren's version of aggressive negotiations. We love making these videos, so why not subscribe for more fun Star Wars theories and discussions. Also, if you enjoyed the video, think about giving a like or leaving a comment. Or perhaps follow us on Twitter at SW Reading Club for updates regarding the channel. Or support the channel through Patreon for access to exclusive rewards and discussions. If not for me... for the best shot in the entire series.